Amy, it's too late. I see where our friendship lies. But yeah, we're getting into bind here, Riv. A little bit of a change of composition for both of these teams. This is going to be very, very exciting because I feel that at some point when you still had an Astra being played by Aaron on this map on bind, it would have been perfect against the amount of stuns that you're going to come up against Victor and FNS as that Breach and Neon. But now what's going to happen? The double controller, will it be enough at least? Snake bites, I think would be a right thing. But let's kick things off on a pistol here where OpTic looking ready to dash for control inside showers.
Facilitated with that guiding light. Victor is off and running. Now they have orb control. They can patience the round just a little bit. So it looks like they will focus right now. A little bit of crashies. This BCJ in their own adventure. 3-stack here as they anti towards Hookah. They find where Ye is, so they can kind of get an idea of what the flank was so far for OpTic's attack strategy here for pistol round. You can see the reset from XSET with that info.
There's a possibility I wanted to go for
a
fault line peek off that trademark, but nice flash from BCJ that forced out that headhunter away. So speaking about forcing away, we're refocusing for OpTic to split inside a site. Trailblazer to come out, beautiful fault line coming out as well. And that's 2 players falling down now for Team XSET on the defense, and Ye also falling down. But Zekin is also holding towards that back of the site. I mean, the ones with the more frenzies. I think Penzi mentioned that earlier on today on the EU broadcast. If you have more frenzies, technically, you should win. So now XSET's on a 2 versus 1 with Marv looking to clutch it.
I mean, also, if you think about the situation, frenzies, stim pack, run it. I mean, I'll check if he had a stim pack again, but like, if you have stim pack, why not buy frenzies? You're getting the most out of it. You just literally run people down, and we see it there. Goes picked up in the end. Nice rotations around. Like you said, OpTic was set up for a play with fault line over towards Ye if something did happen. A lot of cross-map things were going on there for OpTic off the ball of what we saw in Shower. And XSET wanted a little more space first. A quick peek out of Hookah. As I said, kind of gave him idea that, okay, Ye's flank, we saw XSET put the majority of their players at A, and it was the correct call. Now into frenzies for the OpTic side. A little bit of a half or low buy here, I should say. And they still go for the showers.
Birds are flying through. Pop down on both ends, but Ye still gets an opener on long B. That's Cryo falling down, and a spike, or should I say an orb being picked up. Should be towards showers. As now OpTic recollect. Ye looking for another entry inside B.
Let's see if they can convert this one. Add to their stats.
Now we're cooking.
Def even the numbers back up here as he gets a nice push out. And he'll smoke Hookah to delay whatever's coming in, but he does not know long has been pushed.
Obscuring vision.
Now OpTic have made it inside B side. Jiggle Peaks coming out from Crashy, so he's going to spot 2 players now crossing in from Market into Sands. Don't know that a third has crossed, which is why you still see Marv looking towards spawn on the outside of B. Lots of players playing out here towards the long B. Aaron dropping in. FNS gets that headshot from the Frenzy. And now BCJ spotted inside Hookah. They spotted all 3, and BCJ and Zekin will just have to try to fight it out. Yeah, got it light, regrowth, and that was a mistiming, miscommunication. BCJ's was trying to heal up Zekin so they could jump out together, but now that just split out that retake. And that's going to be OpTic winning that Thrifty.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened long B, but the entire cavalry of OpTic just walked through. I think maybe there was a delayed reaction off of losing Cryo. They had a bit more time to reposition, but yeah, we saw Dev jumping off without any coverage there, and OpTic did a really nice job of walking around the members of XSET there to find the space onto B. Nice second round by OpTic to get the Thrifty. Now they're going to push themselves again. Shower control, 3 rounds in a row. We'll keep taps on that, but they play the same thing every round so far. Ye on Hookah, shower control, spread out.
Yeah, we just really want to try to get these Seekers out for Crashies ASAP. BCJ looking for a trap play from a flash and a peek, but the grab well comes out. Lost the player first towards showers. There's that flash, but it's still going to be one play in the anti-flash being Crashies to be able to sweep that kill away from BCJ.
The off play now. already Victor has decided to run out, but they can keep the idea that A is happening with the Trailblazer running all the way through site, right? You get 6 seconds on that. So you're delaying XSET to think the rotation may be happening or not, because they're watching Trailblazer, waiting for an initiation. FNS with good positioning, but Cryo heady on the play as Spike gets planted B. Really nice misdirection here by OpTic.
Now it's just important to try to save this Vandal that FNS has dropped in front of the APC, rather. Zekin pushing forward, and there you go. Crashies with 4 on the board. Seekers already online into the next round on their bonus. We'll see if they use it into something very quick as they have this bonus to convert against XSET.
Yeah. How do they make it work? Dropped over? Operator, there it is. Yeah. Ye drops his Vandal, picks up the op. Still just 400 away from, buying a Vandal next round, so he'll have the money for full purchase when the credits come through. And the ultimates now massing for OpTic here. Can they string this round together? It'd be one to go at the throat to knock down XSET's money. They'd be only looking at about 3,000 credits per player as we hit a hookah real quick from OpTic.
Unfortunately, we couldn't break the trademark, so that's going to slow it down just for a bit. Definitely looked like it was going to be something quick, and from that trademark, paint shells came out from Zekin, and that's a touchdown. Victor falls. Cryo in a position from the back of the site. Oh, beautiful
Molly.
Too. Yeah, and now we're pushing in towards the elbow.
Found one.
Seekers are also clearing it out for OpTic, allowing a free plant. The position, at least it looks better. This is one of the harder sites to retake rather in the game. And a Cosmic Divide is going to make it even harder for them to spray through from Trophy Room, so that we could actually stay anchored inside the site for OpTic. Nice shot here from Cryo. As we're going in for a wall bang onto Marvin, the numbers are drilling down in the pulse plant. The flash was a good attempt. Now Crotch is on his own, and that becomes a flawless retake from XSET. Make that being a prime getting flawless retake for XSET on that pulse plant.
It all came down to, I think, process of elimination there for XSET. Nicely played in the way they figured out, okay, Cosmic Divide's up. We all got to get by that. Safest way is elbow. There's an operator on the other side, and they had Viper Wall and Smoke be main. So the operator's in sight. There's no way he's trying to play that behind the smokes. Really nicely scaling into sight to find those hard angles that OpTic was trying to hold. XSET played that super smart on the retake. Flawless, like you said, to get back a gun round it. OpTic put a lot of ultimates into, if we remember correctly.
Well, thankfully for OpTic, from that Thrifty that they had in round number 2, that allows them to still get Econ into this round despite getting owned on a pulse plan. And it, again, looking to be something quick. Already one inside the site. Orbital Strike to come out on the defense. But it's still a 4 versus 4 after all that commotion inside B. A plan about to come down if they can clear a bit of space. Showstar coming out for spawn, and that's Zekin with a tag onto Crashies. And, well, good luck here onto Ye. You're about to get pinched. Does manage to get the kill onto Def. But as he TPs away, the timing on that one. Indeed, so technically here, we'll see if Ye can work some magic, because we still have 2 players that are very low on HP. That's 2 hits that he can get with the Headhunter. Full clip as he comes out, breaking that trademark, and even smarter for Cryo to say, look, the spike's down towards B. I'm going to help up my team, because I know my teammates are low.
He's like, who can I bait into a fight? He has the operator. 600 credits. This would be, what, 3rd round loss, so 2,900 on that, and maybe a frag or 2 from the round.
Left.
So still looking to remove some of these guns. It's more important, and he wants the round in 20 seconds. It's going to be a tough one, a nail closed here. Here goes the gas wall.
Flash. And the position is 3 individual 1v1s. But yeah, it's just looking for him to save his weapon here if he can't get any heroic plays. Wanted to commit onto any type of mistakes that XSET could do. And XSET, they played it even smarter.
They heard him.
Playing the numbers advantage, just keep it in. Round's going to come in now for XSET.
All right, locked it in. A nice slow one rolls out, and now OpTic, they have a choice to make, right? It's either continue to play Victor fast and have Ye hold the extremities. There's more than this, or play Ye to the contact as per usual, because XSET has gotten themselves into positions where they're okay with the sites being taken. The retake is there. and they're figuring out how OpTic wants to play the post pan. So OpTic are kind of losing these windows of opportunity where XSET has not faltered yet. Again, towards showers, you get back towards getting crashies, this ultimate. Rinse and repeat on that. So we go back to the early round strats for OpTic here. And XSET are going to stack 4 towards A.
We still posted yay. That's the small little layer of change here for OpTic.
True.
So a little bit of conditioning to say, okay, well, they always fight towards showers. This time let's post yay right there, and he wins that duel versus Cryo. Well, that's an opt down on the defense for XSET. 3 players still stacked up on A, though. But for OpTic, we still have a minute left on the clock. We could still default this.
Trying to see the rotation. They're still so heavily at A here. But, I mean, the call, Spike has not been picked up. So OpTic has 40 seconds to work with on this round. A quick little Roomba goes down towards the showers.
Oh, Aaron picks up the op. So the boombot allows him to get the space, but Ye's waiting there. Aaron makes it a 4 versus 4. Now for the rest, well, it's 30 seconds left. Let's try to hit towards this B side because there's still an opera on A. Seekers are coming out for information too, so this will allow a fast rotate from XSET from A to B. And BCJ still holds it towards the elbow of B site. And these fraggers are continuing to frag. BCJ with 3.
Oh my. That's what I was actually afraid of. BCJ was going to be the site that was hit. He was alone the entire time. Did not matter. He's just playing a game of cat and mouse there. Really well played around the site. 7-3-1 for him on the sky. So nicely done here. Great combo, rotating back over as well. As we look, that's the change, right? If we look at Bind, that was the Sova, I believe, that used to be on the squad for XSET. Now BCJ picking up the sky, and the info you get for being able to just sit back, guiding light, and then relay defense on a site is so good. Here it is to U-Haul right away.
Whew. Flashes and boombots too, just to deny any type of map control for Victor inside U, and that's already the full hit being held back and forcing OpTic to even tuck the tail back between the legs and go back towards B, where we're hoping Ye to get an opener.
So quick. I mean, looking at this OpTic composition, it's just like the U-Haul Bash team. You're going to have relay bolts in there. You're going to have FNS's utility. So I would almost expect OpTic to have U-Haul control every single round with this composition. It's just not the case. They obviously haven't played towards it. We haven't really seen the attempt too much there. They lost Victor in a chance. And now to the long play here. They have it 3-1 split, Vansili. But again, XSET in position so quick.
Cryovan spotted the jump peak from FNS. Smoke on the defense. A battle potentially here as Marv is going to be the one that's going to have to try to open up from the window. Because the rest of the team is still held back by a Molly on the ground from that
30
Brimmy.
seconds left.
So Def, after that, repositions after that Molly to go back toward the side just in case. But now we're finally committing inside B. And these guys, unfortunately for OpTic, are just getting denied. There's maybe 2 rounds we're able to set pace into the site, 1 plant out of that, but then the others, we can't even cross the arches of Hookah and Long B.
Little calibration bullet there for Cryo as he resets it. But yeah, looking great. OpTic not getting into position to get the angles they want. The early trades of each site have gone to OpTic. I'm sorry, XSET. It's almost given OpTic no chance to trade, to be in the right position to make it happen because of all the delay that they face. And it's kind of hard to play anti-flash when you are finally taking bind, right? Or B-side on bind. Because you're either jumping in or coming out of a B main, and you want to be looking forward or at the angles to attack. OpTic's going to call a timeout here as they fall 4 rounds in a row to the side of XSET. Great defensive start here for them. And honestly, Zekin showing up super well on rounds. BCJ with some solo holds that OpTic probably should have been able to take. And it's all about that mid game now. We say this, we're like, all right, things are mounting for XSET, but when does that game where OpTic figures out the pacing of the match start, right? It seems like that's always happening. Last map, XSET were able to stave it off. 2 in a row, though, it'd be incredibly impressive against OpTic.
So now the only success that OpTic has had so far on the attack is really taking Showers control, picking up the orb. And then on to the mid round when
Yeah.
you try to rotate back towards B.
Here
We're
it is
asking
again.
before, what really stops them? What can they do here for XSET if they don't have that Astra anymore? Well, Aaron with the wall has been doing tremendously well with preventing the jump out, and the flash from VCJ also allows that to happen. And while you still have Zekin playing towards the A site, well, that's going to be the boom bot and support from the flashes of VCJ when he rotates over. The boom bot runs down the clock and also finds the information. So off that, already a 4-player stack of XSET towards the A site. Aftershock just to push Aaron back. And it's going to be a full hit here from OpTic, sorry, inside A site. But we actually run back right after that, because we need a re-heal coming out here from Crashies. Unfortunately, because of that, FNS has also died. And a Poison Orb is just going to foil the plans of trying to run quickly towards short A.
Cut audio, Seekers to come out here. OpTic just waits a little bit. I think it's so interesting, too, that with this strategy OpTic subscribed to, you're basically telling XSET you're never going to rush a site. You're running into showers to grab orbs, so XSET have a chance to breathe and set up. Otherwise, you're like we've seen rushes. Here we are. Seekers go out, fans.
Oh, unfortunately, though, it's a double stack, and at least Marvin is there to trade it out. Makes it a 2 versus 2 with heroic plays. Astral Divide right on the outside of the site, allowing him to plant safely as he hears the jumps from Death across the wall. Death rotating back over to triple where Ye's holding with the op, and now it's all up to Cryo. Operator in hand. Spike at the APC and 2 players playing the post plant. No stars available here from Marv, so he rotates all the way across to Showers, and this is going to make it difficult now. Window of opportunity for Cryo. Thankfully, it's back open as Ye misses the op shot. Trying to get the TPs. Phantom picked up. Ye going for the peek. And it's going to be also Marv swinging out the bathrooms, and yes, the timing was perfect. And that's finally a round coming back for OpTic.
Just stomping on some U-Haul control there. Very big round by Marv to be able to get a quick little transfer on 2 face-to-face in the U-Haul. Team with great backup there. And OpTic doing a great job of kind of forcing to one site. Making sure they play in this money. And we also see what they've been doing come into play as well. All of those orbs and shower finally pay off. The Seekers get them a lot of space. So that didn't just happen that round. OpTic have been trying to set that up for a while and multiple times.
Now this is the good old trusty Viper's pit from Aaron, where, yeah, he's just playing some Astros in the past, but you could see that gap from that pit on that left side of the window. So that if an exec comes out and he's going to have to be forced to play outside of his Viper's pit, he can still play in the boxes, where I like to call it the Aaron spot. He's gotten so many kills off that box, playing outside of any smokes coming down. And for OpTic, they're trying to see if they want to probe in this first.
Yeah. Yay contact right now. Long B. I think we've seen maybe 1 or 2 frags happen there. Nobody else has peeked long B. They don't, not giving Yay anything, even to the point where we saw them walk up and kill Def in the back because nobody was long B after the peek on that round. So, a switch back over to the right side. One of the times that XSET has not had shower control early. Let's see if it pains them here as they go for a mid play and U-Haul control now.
Trailblazer fast lane out to take U control, and there you go.
So
finally,
good.
Victor gets an opener in there. We still have yet to make it inside the site for a plant, and that's FNS now moving forward. After this plant, needs one more kill for the Rolling Thunder, as a little bit of a timing that didn't work out for the Molly on the ground for delays here from Def. 2 players playing inside U-Haul for OpTic. 1 playing the anti-flash. Crashes on contact. No flash coming in. But the dual combination of the op kill of Cryo then onto the Vandal. What is going on with this?
No.
It's a 3 versus 2. Ye trying to save the round, misses the shot and force a TP away. And we're closing the gap now for XSET for the retake. Jump spot, spotting Marv here onto short A. The wall coming up. Ye laying in the shot. Clock is ticking down, so Def has to start sticking at least a halfway. Aaron needs to put this wall down so he can try to get a kill. Puts the wall down for the first kill, and the second one onto Marv. And the fuse is going to come in for Def, and you put 6 on the board.
If you have a bingo clock that says things that shouldn't happen, mark it now. Holy crap. No way. Cryo got 3 kills in U-Haul. He's like, oh, Marv, you like fighting you? I got 3 for you. And just giving the medicine back. That was absurd. Like you said, playing anti-flash too, trying to set themselves up in the top-down double peek, but it was just enough for the collapse. And Aaron here to step up for the defuse for Def. I literally couldn't have been played any better by XSET there. They take that round right out of the hands of OpTic.
That's one of the things that you said that shouldn't happen, which is why I called this a double combination kill with a bullet instead of a collateral, just because I was flabbergasted by that. But Victor made it inside the spawn, almost gets the kill. Zekin at 1 HP indeed. Pull out that hashtag on for the 1 HP. Aaron trying to go to work, able to drop 2. Off shot missed, but Cryle could still reset with the headhunter, getting a body shot there. On to Crashies. As Crashies and FNS are the last 2 to go. So the fake into B site didn't work out too well. At least we'll get a plant down for some money. Paint shells now.
1 enemy remaining.
Crashies stuck out in the open. Not going to work out.
Yeah.
But at least, again, we talked about the econ, so they'll have some money to work with into the next after that plant.
That was a feeling it round, though. You definitely saw it in XSET, playing a little loose, feeling good. You got that same vibe when they kept rushing B with gusto on Haven. It feels good. They're covering each other's angles. Obs are doing a great job of showing just how XSET is smothering OpTic, so great job on that. Aaron now, see what the purchase is. Over 5 grand. What does he want? It's just a Phantom. Easy, playing inside the Viper smokes and through the walls. Why not? 7-3 here as XSET have a demanding first half on defense, and their attacks have been even scarier throughout this series. OpTic have their work cut out for them here. Let's see what happens with this double smoke comp here for the 11th round from XSET. How will they thwart the side of OpTic, who goes back to the shower play, but the variation again, fans, they don't have Sky there.
And they at least use the Aaron utility to try to push the Neon back, but it's still going to be OpTic that retaliates on the other end. And Zekin does the same. Out with the showstopper, does not land for the kill. Thinking that OpTic was going to run in, following behind that. Seekers also for more information, but that's through smokes. So this is a good opportunity for OpTic to just wait this out and re-hit a little bit later down, if they could cut the noise, and try to get XSET guessing. And as they guess, it's another flash coming out.
Marv down to a star now. Right, that was a smoke and a bit of pressure from Def to make sure that they couldn't come up mid. Throwing the whole kitchen sink at him. They're still going to try for it, though. There go your stars. Actually, a recall one comes in, so they do have 2 to block the back of the site.
Seekers right away, too. BCJ, as he gets stunned, it's still 1-for-1 across the board. Nice job so far from both ends, but we still have Zekin alive. And the smoke who runs out on the timing lines up too. The trip kill into the round, leaving now Crashies on his own. 19 HP, the one that started the Seekers to get information. And now he's going to have to be the one that's going to try to clutch it. And as he looks out, Zekin gets a 4K. Ooh. Yeah, so he throws a showstopper here, Riv, and he's already halfway there for the last round.
Right. He got 7 kills in the last round. 2 rounds, sorry. 3 and a 4. Holy macarons. All right, 16 and 6. He was going off as well on Haven on the Jet. They're absolutely cleaning up these rounds and doing it with just a few members of the team, which makes it even harder because OpTic then has that much more to go through. 8-3 here, possible 8-4, or I'm sorry, 9-3 for your first half in XSET. Operators are flying still for Cryo. We do have a Guardian coming out for FNS as they just don't have enough to squeeze out the money. Shower control starts again, Van Silly. Let's get Cryo.
You're right if you potentially called it an 8-4 as well, right? So goes both ways.
Could be.
And that starts off well, at least with that 8-4 as OpTic gets the first blood, and that's Cryo falling down once again. Another one picking up the op right behind him. Somehow, another Viper's Pit comes out from XSET. And as to try test it in true here for Aaron, what could help them clear out is a Trailblazer, is what we're trying to use or talk about last time to try to help re-clear inside the pit. That's where Crashies is moving up with them. Aaron on the back. They're pinging on the left side shed.
Toxins going up.
So potentially look for a walkout. Oh my god. So they tried to go for the contact play, and Aaron is able to drop down 2.
VCJ is having a game, Vince.
Yeah, he's having fun too, man.
He is. He is.
Player standing.
And unfortunately, it's not going to work out for the rest of the players of OpTic. BCJ with a nice flash kill onto that last one. We do have that 9-3 scoreline in the end, and it hasn't been a curse. Well, maybe it has been. We'll see what happens after the break. As we mentioned before, the 9-3 curse could be a curse for some, but for XSET, at least on this map, doesn't look like it's going to be leaning towards that way just because they've been playing this first half so well, Riv.
They have, and it's kind of a thing we've seen out of XSET, win or lose in their tournaments. I mean, Def even tweeted about it recently that, you know, XSET's never been a team that was bad. Even with changes, they've always gone up. Maybe had plateaus when they added someone new, but this isn't a team that ebbed down. They flow, and they flow hard. It's going to be a quick push by Victor here as I just got a quick crow foot in the mouth. As a push from OpTic comes in. But it has been noticed from XSET. They always place high. They're always in these positions. And this time, they're making it count. Can they grab another pistol of this series?
Ye's getting a second kill, or should I say a first kill. Second combined for OpTic, as we talked about the flow for XSET. It's been an overflow of OpTic on Lone B to start things off. Aaron trying to answer back as he pushes towards pipes with this frenzy, but there's still too many players overflowing for OpTic on a retake. Def is going to be on his own on a 4 versus 1. Big flash, they know he's there. Now they just lean in on the angle. The spacing in the trade.
Bang, bang.
Not even needed on the trade as OpTic gets the pistol.
Already a bit different than Haven. XSET was able to grab those first 2 pistols. OpTic stave the bleeding off after this first half by grabbing a 4th right away here in half number 2. And there's the buy, one after the other. It looks like we will see XSET going in for a bit of cash here. They're going to put themselves down on low. Zek and Stay. They actually decide to go with BCJ, dropping the weapon.
I think it makes total sense. Have that guy being your initiator, flash for everybody else as you run it down here for XSET on the Spectre round.
Yeah. Okay.
I really want to take control of Sands here into Hookah now for XSET. All right, well, at least now with the pain shells clearing out towards Hookah, we forced out position from Marv to retreat back under window. Trailblazer, there you go, finally spots for a bit. We talked about the initiator utility. He's actually playing on his own because the rest of them are just moving out with the Spectres for the trades. So now it opens up here for XSET to get into B site for a plant. Crashy's getting tagged a little bit through the smoke, so we identify one player on defense trying to pull back and run that clock down, or at least try to hold it so that the rest can rotate over from the spawn. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out from the spawn and from even elbow. XSET get a beautiful push on the attack second round.
Super clean. And the identify, because they didn't identify, but as they got into B site, the fact that they didn't receive any breach utility for at least 10 seconds of taking it really let them know what the setup was, right? They didn't hear Ye, they didn't hear breach, which means OpTic was set up for a defensive play on A to fault line and reset. So the smokes that XSET has, the quick takes, the flashes, worked perfectly. They're met with breach utility there, it becomes a whole different story. So great choice. OpTic now trying to put the pace in their own hands as we get a stim beacon up mid.
Yeah, this is OpTic on another buy. So we're buying and forcing.
Oh my gosh.
Vandal Hero buy for Ye as he's playing towards Showers to protect it, and it works out for the kill onto Death. And the other rotates across. Aaron only able to trade off one, but they have the stack up in the crossfire from Cryo, who gets another timing onto Crashies. And Ye with only 15 HP. May seem like we just give this round away. Oh no, we lost the Vandal too. BCJ continues to have fun into this round.
Yeah.
I'd love to get one of those comm videos from XSET, because BCJ on these camera rolls has been lighting it up. I don't know how many F-bombs maybe I've read through his lips.
Yeah, seriously, he loves it. And he's like super invigorated when he gets that play style. Some players are cool. You get a Nats, he won't show you emotion. He'll just keep doing it. He'll lurk into your brain and your dreams. And like BCJ feels like he's kind of in that same place. He's playing more so thinking of what OpTic is going to do than what am I going to do to win this situation, which is why he looks like he's one step ahead here in the plays, taking out 2Ks, 3Ks. You got Zek in last half picking up a 3 into a 4K. The solo play coming from XSET is getting stronger and stronger, and you may even say stronger in this series than we've seen before here from across the team, with Aaron stepping up as well recently. It's just everything, because it doesn't have to be cryo, as we see VanSilly. I have to call this timeout to see if they can get themselves sorted. I don't feel like they got enough rounds on attack with this composition. XSET did a great job of not falling prey to this just stun factory that you're supposed to get a hit with as OpTic was attacking. And now as XSET are on attack, they get to dictate, again, this double controller composition, what angles they want to make and how much they want to slow OpTic down by putting a wall in their face. So we'll see how it plays into this round. OpTic coming out of a timeout. Do they pressure across the map? It looks like they are taking more of a forward position here, everywhere. Oh, they hear noise, though, and they instantly back off to reset VanSilly. XSET just not holding gravity well.
That allows Marv to get a kill here with the Spectre, and Ye's flashed out towards Showers, does have the Dilda false orbital strike to come out, forcing him out of position too. That's an easy kill for Def. And now advantage for OpTic. Another force buy coming in for the defender side. As this is a story of OpTic being played by these forces, where it hasn't been working out in their early rounds, and they always had to fight in a deficit. Now at least it looks to be the victory as FNS picks up the last kill against Cryo.
Yeah. Nice setup. An early look into Hookah, I think, from OpTic as they pushed up towards Sand, gave them the idea that they could rotate fast. We kind of saw them peeling out of B right away. And you mentioned it, that kind of forced hand that is happening in these strategies from XSET, right? You're alting Showers. Whoever's in Showers is going to have to come out to peak. These fights are happening. So OpTic must be there to anchor for each other on these trades. That time setup really nice, knowing XSET has kind of just been off the cuff hitting these sites really fast. See if they do it again here. They're going to try to create a little long pressure maybe. The guiding light goes out. They stack towards A this time, but still forward positions from both FNS and Ye, right? More info OpTic's trying to gain right away in these rounds, and maybe even quick kills.
Here are the footsteps of players moving forward, but not from the POV of the defenders here of OpTic. So Crashies is still going to have to jiggle peek for info. Finally, he pings it. Star on the ground here from Marv. They might flash and go for the gravel off contact, potentially, if we try to retaliate, but it's just going to be one to stay calm, and it's going to be a smoke up instead. We take the advantage to allow the attackers to flash and come through, but that's two players that meets him just at the octagon. Second flash gets shot inside the smoke, but BCJ still gets the headshot onto Victor. Seekers are now coming out. The 3 versus 3. As that gives info on the players moving in towards spawn, and that last Seeker being killed, well, okay. We know that the rotation's already really close for OpTic. So the heal comes up from BCJ. They could look to reset if they want to, but they're deciding to cut noise for now.
Here.
Might have time for another guiding light for the side of BCJ. It's going to be late, though. Whoa, the molly to backside to clear to push.
No
they
way.
displace OpTic in their defense without knowing where they are. But a huge play from Ye!
BCJ on a 1 versus 1, though. FNS outside towards Hookah. He makes the 180 and the headshot for the Red Bull clutch. How is this going on here for BCJ?
Who is this guy?
Match point.
Who the hell is
guy's
this
insane.
guy? Playoffs BCJ? Oh my gosh. I would love to see if he's ever done something like this before in a fashion on a different agent VanSilly. XSET again coming to bind with a different composition. BCJ again is a part of that happening as he's the one to be flexing. And oh yeah. Yeah, man is vibing right now. What a game from him. What a game.
Still have to give it to Aaron, too. The snake bite in the back of the
course.
site and a snake bite towards spawn.
It all has to start with the assist somewhere, right?
Yeah. And now a change of pace from OpTic. Backs against the wall and potentially their best map in. Valorant's mentioned it before. They're potentially the best team in the world right now on Bind, and they're getting thrashed by XSET now. And while we're talking about the change of pace, it's a flank coming in from Victor only with pistols. Because he had the overdrive at the beginning of the round, but the TPs come out as Marv gets caught by BCG after he was able to get 2 kills.
Marv's had a run of it too. He's been getting a few of these double frags, trying to open up the rounds from the controller position. Definitely putting a mark on these. That's a big one.
Down A.
Because of the forward position, he definitely heard BCG rotate back, definitely trying to fight forward.
The creeps in this map, man. The whole series has had some really, really neat creeps around the map.
Yeah, the joys of playing a Neon right now just to try to get that early forward position. And OpTic, they survive at least another round as Victor gets that headshot to death.
All right, OpTic, a little room to breathe. I'd say there's still an iron lung plugged in for them right now. They have to work their way out of this economy too, right? You do see a bit of money for Marv as he's had some frags. He's been able to sit back and have a few rounds where he's not the one going down. But other than that, XSET has been able to run this game. We'll see the first time OpTic might be able to string a few rounds together here with that economy being so tarnished. Ye's even on an alt suit, so if they can get an orb and even go half on this round, they have tour de force next round. They're actually facing it with Cryo here in round 19.
Nice opener.
Pivotal.
And that is still going to calm things down for a bit, though, because all the rest of XSET, with the spike being down towards the staircase of Spice, they're just trying to probe and feel out the map a bit here as they are on this lower buy.
Where does that get them? Ooh, orbital strike too. We've actually seen a lot of orbital strikes just being displacement, space taken recently. Just being able to fire it off and clear a certain area so your team can push. Marv on point with a lot of his first encounters, whether it be the first of the round or the one he gets here. And it does not look like XSET will continue to pressure just yet. They have a bit of time here to let Cryo work.
Oh, the
timing! What is that?
Well, Prime Gaming Flawless here for OpTic, as thankfully here for XSET we still have plenty of rounds to work with. I'm pretty sure there's still a timeout to work with here for XSET, so if it gets to those moments, you know that Psycho's going to call those out just to make sure that we are able to close it out into this map and not have another comeback OT that gets repeated from map number 1. And as we just mentioned it, there's that timeout right away here.
Yeah. So what has been the play? What is that best play so far? We haven't really seen XSET put themselves towards one spot too much. We only have about 3 of their attacking rounds that did play out the way they wanted it, and one of those was just an eco where they, or I'm sorry, a force buy on round 14 where they forced themselves into B. So maybe that becomes the play. They create all the angles that they want, right? That's one of the benefits of double controller. Like, even if you just have this wall, you get all the smokes that you want. How do they play it?
And for OpTic's side, too, they're just trying to find something, trying to exploit any of these gaps. And it worked out when they were playing these aggressive plays, at least when we were looking at it from the pistol round. And then that flank that we saw from Victor when they were on desperate measures, backs against the wall. So will they try to continue these off timings as XSET continuing to default and losing the early duels against Victor, too, on these pushes? So
yeah.
We'll see if OpTic wants to leverage that this time, though. There's just too many people. We're overextending our stay. And door has been shut. Marved on his own. Forced back inside window, and the TP comes out for a pinch from Victor, and that's not good enough. 5 versus 2. As now we have one more pushing forward. It's going to be Aaron inside you. FNS in the back of the APC trying to catch his timing across, and it doesn't work out. That's from a beautiful molly from Death. That kept FNS preventing him from getting inside the smoke. And Marv is now going to have to go for an ace for the Red Bull clutch. And the last Seeker on top of the trademark. Why not? BCG, like I said, has been feeling it this map. And after the swings, the Prime Gaming Flawless as XSET put 13-7 on OpTic's best map.
Incredible stuff coming in from XSET right now. They continue to play the map to where these last two ones, it doesn't seem like OpTic can get that read. That's been one of the most important things. That's one of the best ways that OpTic adapts to the game is they read the way you're playing, start to basically